7.3, the Pythagorean Theorem. Theorem. In math, a rule is called a theorem. So the legs are the two opposite sides of a right triangle that form a right angle. So leg A and leg B, these are your legs, because they form the right angle. Hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle and is located opposite of the right angle. So this is your hypotenuse. That's always going to be C. We have A, B, and C. It's very important you guys label it that way. Pythagorean Theorem. In any right triangle, the sum of the squares of the lengths of the legs is equal to the square of the length of the hypotenuse. A squared plus B squared, so our legs, equals C squared, our hypotenuse. Let's try finding the length of a hypotenuse. This is only possible if you have a right triangle. We have our right angle here, so we're good. So I'm going to label this A, this is B, and C is C. It's always opposite of the right angle. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I wrote my Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to plug in my numbers. 5 squared plus 12 squared equals C squared. 25 plus 144 equals C squared. 169 equals C squared. I'm going to square root both sides. So C equals 13 meters. All right. Try these on your own. Find the length of the hypotenuse of the triangle. I'm going to use that equation again. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. C equals C. 15 is A. 8 is B. These two don't matter which is A or B. This is the only one that matters. C is always opposite of the right angle. You can look at it this way, that this right angle is kind of pointing to the hypotenuse, if that helps you visually. All right, so we have 15 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. 225 plus 64 equals C squared. This is this is 289 equals C squared. If we want to square root both sides, we get C equals 17 feet. Always make sure you have your labels in there. All right, letter C. 3/10 can be our A, 2/5 can be our B, and C is going to be our C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 3/10, that quantity squared, plus 2/5, that quantity squared, equals C squared. So this is going to be 9/100ths plus 4/25ths equals C squared. Well, I'm going to have them both have the same denominator. So 9/100ths plus 16/100ths equals C squared. So that leaves me with 25/100ths equals C squared. Yes, I know I could reduce down to 1/4. That's fine. But I'm actually just going to do the square root of both sides from here. And I'll get that C equals 5/10, which is going to equal 1/2 inch. All right, let's continue. Finding the length of a leg. Find the missing length of the triangle. This time we're solving for A. We know B and we know C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Watch very carefully where I put my values. A, I'm going to leave as A squared, plus 2 1/10 squared equals 2 9/10 squared. Just because I know my value of B and C does not mean I want to put those values together, so be very careful. C needs to go in the C value. So A squared plus 4 41/100ths equals 8 41/100ths. Subtract 4 41/100ths from both sides. Get A squared equals 4. Square root both sides. A equals 2 centimeters. All right, on your own, try this, then come back and check it. 34 yards, 16 yards B. Well, B is B, 16 is A, and 34 is C. Here's my right angle. It's pointing to my side. That's the longest, my hypotenuse. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 16 squared plus B squared equals 34 squared. 256 plus B squared equals 1,156. Subtracting 256 from both sides. My apologies, that is my doorbell. So we have B squared